Cooper Lutkenhaus, 17 years old, junior at Northwest High School in Texas. He just stood in a World Championships final against men who had been racing professionally for a decade, and he did not just win. He became the youngest world champion in the entire history of track and field. Cooper Lutkenhaus was born on December 19, 2008, outside Dallas, Texas. Running was already part of his family. His father, George, competed at the Class 1A state meet in the 1600 meters. His older brother, Andrew, ran 1 minute 50.04 at Nike Outdoor Nationals as a high school senior in 2023. Cooper grew up watching family members compete. He understood discipline before he ever wore a racing spike. His freshman year of high school, he went undefeated in the 800 meters. He won 3 national meets and the Texas Class 5A state title in 1 minute 49.84 seconds. He also ran 47.33 in the 400 meters. Those two numbers together told the story early. He had the speed of a sprinter and the endurance of a middle-distance runner at 15 years old. Coaches around the country started paying attention. What was happening in Texas was not normal. Sophomore year, he broke the American high school 800-meter record, a mark that had stood since 1996, and pushed it to 1 minute 45.45. Then came the 2025 USA Track and Field Outdoor Championships. He ran 142.27. That performance broke the world under-18 record by 1.1 full seconds. A 16-year-old from Texas landed on the world all-time list. Nike took notice. In August of 2025, Cooper signed a full professional contract. He became the first American male middle-distance runner to turn pro while still in high school. No college visit, no NCAA season. He went straight into the professional circuit, working with coach Chris Capo in Texas, learning to race against men who had a decade of senior competition behind them. September 2025. The World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. Cooper was 16 years old and the youngest American ever to compete at an outdoor world championships. He lined up in a senior heat against the best 800-meter runners on the planet. He finished 7th, out in round 1. For anyone watching, the result made sense. He was a teenager who had never navigated championship format racing at that level. He had run extraordinary times. He had not yet learned to race smart in a field of professionals who had spent years making and surviving tactical mistakes. He came home to Texas, back to school, and back to class. He and Capo broke down exactly what had gone wrong in Tokyo. Cooper was direct about it afterward. "I had been racing for over a year by the time of Tokyo. Being able to be fresh for this one and a lot more confident," he said. Tokyo had not broken him. It had focused him. He did not lose again for the rest of 2025, and he carried that edge into the indoor season. The 2026 indoor season lasted 5 weeks. 4 meets, 4 wins, 3 world age group records. January 24th at the Norb Sander Invitational in New York, Cooper ran 145.23 and broke the American under-18 indoor record, previously held by Donovan Brazier, the 2019 world champion. First race, world record. Gone February 1st at the Millrose Games, he ran the 600 meters in 1 minute 14.15 seconds and set a new world under-20 record. February 14th at the ASICS Sound Running Invitational, he ran 144.03 for 800 meters, another world under-20 record and a time that ranked him as the 6th fastest man in history at the distance. He was still 17 years old. March 1st, he won the USATF Indoor Championships title. He was undefeated and heading to Poland. The gold medal favorite in Toruń was Elliot Creston of Belgium, a veteran who had reached the podium at 3 straight indoor world championships. Cooper was seated 3rd by time. Nobody in the field considered him the favorite for gold. What happened next proved that seedings mean nothing when a teenager has a plan and the fitness to execute it. The Kujawsko-Pomorska Arena in Toruń holds more than 13,000 people. On March 22nd, they were loud. The 8-man 800-meter final featured Olympic medalists, world title holder, and Diamond League champions. Cooper Lutkenhaus was the youngest man on the track and the only one still attending high school. He did not race that way. March 20th. Preliminary round. He ran 146.24. Through to the semis. Controlled. No wasted energy. March 21st, semifinal. He ran 1:44.29, the fastest time at the World Indoor Championships in 29 years, crossed the line first, and barely acknowledged it. He was already focused on Sunday, March 22nd, the final. The indoor 800 meters rewards fitness, speed, and smart choices equally. One bad decision, boxed in, going too early, fading in the final straight, and the race is gone. Experienced runners have survived those mistakes because they were fit enough to recover. Cooper came in knowing exactly what he intended to do, at the 500-meter mark, right in the middle of the race, not at the bell. Not in the final straight, he pushed to the front. He took the lead from Creston. It was a bold call. Going long like that means running the entire final lap at the front exposed, with every runner in the field gunning for you. Creston, three-time podium finisher, challenged hard at the bell. The gap shrank. The crowd noise rose. Cooper held his position all the way to the line, 1:44.24. Creston finished in 1:44.38, 0.14 of a second. Bronze went to Spain's Mohamed Attawi. Cooper's winning time was the third fastest in World Indoor Championships history. Only Wilson Kipketer, who held the outdoor world record for 13 years, had gone faster at a World Indoors. He spoke to reporters afterward. "I came into this knowing I probably wasn't the favorite. But anytime I step into a final, I believe I have a chance to win. That confidence comes from a young age. I'm still young. But I wanted to make a decisive move, and I think I did that on the third lap." His coach Capo had read the fitness correctly. Weeks before Toruń, he had told Cooper's father, "I don't know how to tell you. This has nothing to do with the 800, and I could be totally full of smoke, but I think he's in 44 high type of 400-meter shape." That is the language coaches use when they believe a runner's raw speed has moved into a different tier. It was one of the reasons Cooper was willing to go at 500 meters. He trusted the fitness. He trusted the plan. He held the lead before March 22, 2026. The youngest individual world champion in all of track and field was Ethiopia's Mohamed Aman. He won the 800 meters at the 2012 World Indoor Championships at 18 years and 61 days old. Cooper won in Toruń at 17 years and 93 days. Nearly a full year younger. That record covers every event, every era, sprints, hurdles, jumps, throws, every world championship ever held. No individual athlete in the history of track and field had been younger when they first won a global title. Cooper also broke a second record in Toruń. Cuban high jump legend Javier Sotomayor had been the youngest individual medalist in world indoor history. Cooper took that record by 4 days. The honest picture includes real gaps to the top. The world record is 1:40.91, and Cooper's 1:42.27 is just 0.6 seconds off the American record. But his constant improvement and 400-meter shape leave the sport asking what ceiling actually exists for him. On June 7th, Cooper makes his Diamond League debut in Stockholm racing Olympic champion Emmanuel Wanyonyi, alongside medalists Marco Arop and Djamel Sedjati. 3 days later, they meet in Oslo. Then comes the Prefontaine Classic on July 4th in Eugene, the track where he shocked the sport. Cooper described what draws him to this schedule plainly. The Diamond League is where they're all at. He named Wanyonyi the best in the world and Arop a favorite to study. He wants the deepest races available in his first full outdoor professional season at 17.